All right, we are live. Yay, round two.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear about the topic. We'll let a couple people join us, but
Okay.
yeah, do you have any big Thanksgiving plans?
Not really. Yes, actually, we're hosting. So I'm hosting for the first time. Got to figure out how to cook a turkey.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that'll be a challenge.
I know. I'm hosting and realized I don't have a roasting pan, so I need to go find one.
I borrowed one from the in-laws.
Yeah,
Yep.
smart. I was like, okay, I need to write like a checklist of adult cooking utensils that I apparently maybe got lost in the move, or maybe they're in a box somewhere I haven't found yet. A year
Yeah, I
later.
don't think I've ever owned one, so maybe I need to buy one.
Yeah, for that once a year, just in
Right.
case.
I'll probably never do it again after this.
I know. Then it like sits there and it takes up all the storage in whatever closet
Yep.
or shelf. Yeah,
Yep.
it's awesome. I
Yeah.
know. I'm like, I wonder if I can fit a turkey. There's just a small amount of us. I'm in my head. I'm like, can I fit a turkey breast in my air fryer? Probably.
Probably. Probably. And that'd be a great idea. So easy.
I know. I feel like it's cheating, but
Well, I
convenient.
wouldn't tell
So.
anybody, but you just did. So
I know. Trust me. Well, let's dive into the good stuff. So for those of you joining us right now, we are going to be talking with Natasha Anderson, and we're going to be talking about the program that her company has about refinancing with no lender fees within like what a 5-year period after
correct.
purchase.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us about this new program.
Yeah, so CMG just rolled out. We call it the Rate Rebound Program. As most of us are aware, rates have been high. There's been some nerves in the marketplace about affordability. So
Yeah.
CMG rolled out this program that will allow you to refinance after 6 payments with
Okay.
conventional loans, government loans, so FHA, VA, and USDA, or
Okay.
jumbo loans. So
Okay.
anything over $970,800.
Okay.
All that is required is that rates improve by 0.5%, so a half a percent,
Okay.
um, after the first 6 payments at any time within 5 years after you close.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huge.
Very strong. Yeah. And the
Yeah.
other piece of that is you need to close between November 1st and
Okay.
March 31st of 2023.
Okay.
So really trying to help people feel more confident that if in the next 5 years, which let's pray that they've come
Yeah.
down quite a bit, that we have your back.
Oh,
And yeah, we will cover processing fee, appraisal fee, the tax cert fee, credit
okay.
report fee. And then we also give
Wow.
$1,000 towards third-party fees
Okay.
on
I
top
mean,
of that.
that's huge, especially for people shopping right now or trying to get in and purchase this winter before spring market. I mean, that's an awesome way to have it's like having the winning lotto ticket in your back pocket. Like you just have to decide when the rates are low enough to really cash it in.
Correct.
So I'm assuming it's a one time, they get like one shot in 5 years. It's not like they get to refi multiple times with this.
Great point. Yes, that's correct. They get this one time where it's not a multiple service option. But I did some math before the call, and on a $400,000 loan, a half a
Yeah,
percent improvement to rates would equate to about $130 a month in payment savings.
that's
So
huge.
yeah, really just about weighing how long you're gonna first of all, how long you're gonna have the house and how long
Right.
you're gonna keep the mortgage, right? Two
Yes.
different things. Uh,
Yes.
People will refinance once rates drop, and just really doing the math on seeing what your break even point is and helping you explore those options.
Absolutely. And plus, I'm not sure people know too, is obviously when you refinance, you're moving from a different mortgage provider. And so that escrow account that your current provider has, you get that back.
Absolutely.
So not only are you not paying the lender fees, you are also then getting whatever's left in your escrow once they get all caught up on everything. That
Yep.
comes back to you in a nice little check in the mail. So,
Yep. Good point. And I always like to remind people that escrow fees are included in oftentimes in your closing costs. But
yeah.
I always explain to people it's not really a cost because it's your money. that will then be used to pay your bills. So it
Yeah.
goes into the account for you and pays your taxes and insurance.
Yeah, I think that's really, really cool. And I mean, I know especially right now, people are considering, buy downs and things like that, and we put the money up front. So if you don't want to do that, which I think for a lot of people, it doesn't necessarily make sense right now, they have
Mhm.
this opportunity to, if you buy now, rates go down in 6 months, like end of spring season or whatnot next fall, then
Yep.
they have every opportunity, or they
Yep.
could bank it and see if rates go even lower sometime between then and 5 years.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's
Yep.
really incredible. Is there anything other special? Um, Obviously, I think it's probably a no brainer, but they have to have had their mortgage with you in the first place.
Yep.
So for those of you who are thinking you want to refi, I'm assuming it has to be a current client.
Correct. Yep. Has to close with DMG between November 1st and
Yep,
March 31st
perfect.
of
So that's
2023,
important.
just to be clear.
That's right.
No.
Yep. Yeah, I know. What year is it already?
I know.
Feels weird to say that.
I know. I
It's like
know.
Jetsons, the Jetsons. But I think that's really cool, especially because, like I said, I mean, there is so much fluctuations going on. So it really kind of bakes in a little bit of a security. It's kind of like when you are considering buying a home warranty because your appliances could have an issue. Same type of idea, really. You're having that
Absolutely.
assurance that you have a refi option at very low to no cost.
Mhm.
And will you, for those people who are just joining us, will you run those numbers one more time? Just kind of explain to us like what, if I know it could go down, I know it has to go down a minimum of half a point, but
Mhm.
if they're
Mhm.
buying right now at, six ish, what are we at now?
Yeah, we're at mid sixes, low sevens, depending on program.
So if it drops, I keep hearing like the crickets of maybe like in the fives again by spring. So if they buy now at sixes, they get like a whole point off.
Yep, we're talking about over 200, 230, 200, $260 in payment savings every month,
Yeah,
which is huge. For some people, that's a car payment.
that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or some, I mean, I think most people could find a very good use for that somewhere else. So
Yes, certainly with
yeah,
today's prices.
yeah, that's awesome.
And I
Is there
think, sorry to cut you off. I think
no?
this makes refinancing a no-brainer. It's just, again, you mentioned it earlier, managing the time that you choose to do it for you and your family, and how long
Yes.
you think you're going to stay. All of those are factors, but it makes it a no-brainer because you're not paying any of the fees.
Yeah, I think something that a lot of buyers and sellers are balancing right now is a threshold for risk. Do I buy my rate down now
Mhm.
and spend that money up front? Do I take the risk and not do that and hope I can refi in the next, handful of years? There's all of these, there's a scale, and it really depends on you as a person and what you're comfortable with, the funds you have right now or plan to have. I feel like there's so many factors that come into play. And so this program hopefully will give people a lot of pause going, well, do I want to spend an extra 5,000 or whatever right now to buy my rate way down
Sure.
when maybe I can refi in 6 months, a year. And there's always that special math you guys can do too, and where we can help you with, okay, well, if I spend X amount of dollars to buy it down now, how long is it going to take to pay myself back that money?
Correct.
And then do I feel like I could refi in that time frame for way less cost? Cash is king. So
Sure. Yeah. And I think it's important to talk to a loan officer or a lender like sooner than later if you're thinking about buying. There are so many programs, there are so many options. It's like Jess said, it's very specific to your needs and your game plan. And we're
yeah.
here to help coach you through that. So,
Yeah, I know. I know you probably can have share some examples of this too, but I know I've had clients just in the last literally since Friday to now, be able to have like $25,000 more purchasing power just in the rate increases or rate decreases rather that we've already seen.
yes,
So when you think about that too, okay, well, if I have that extra purchasing power, I'm going to get the house I want, and maybe that payment is going to be okay with me for a while. Then this gives you that extra. It's
uh,
just like icing on the cake.
yeah, no doubt about it. And I think if you've gotten pre-approved recently and your loan officer hasn't reached out, reach out to them, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you re-explore what your pre-approval amount is. Because like Jess mentioned, Friday rates went down. We've seen some improvements. And also here at CMG, we do have a float down policy
Okay.
that will allow if you lock in and rates drop before you close, we can float you down to the current rate. And I'd be happy to just, discuss
That's
specifics of
awesome.
that with people. Yeah,
Is that a one-time float down?
it is a one-time float down. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So again, figuring out that
Yep.
like how low are they going to go kind of limbo situation. But I think it's important, especially right now. So I wrote a contract over the weekend and my clients were against two other offers. So that three offers total,
Okay.
which is great for the seller, not bananas for the buyers either. But even then we still saw, I don't know what the final number was, of course, but it sounds like the winning contract was about like probably in the 20 to 30,000 over list price
Wow.
and not asking for closing costs or anything like that. So I think,
Wow.
it's nice to be able to know that we have programs in place like the float down, like the refinance option, so that if we get into these multiple offer situations again, we have a backup plan like that safety net.
Yes, our goal is to make you as comfortable as possible, and knowing that we do have some options to help alleviate the pressure and the cost of buying right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you hopping on real quick and sharing with
Absolutely.
us. Is there anything that you've seen or anything that you foresee on the horizon that you want to share with us before we
I mean,
hop off?
nothing specific.
Mhm.
Again, what I've heard is that, like you said, we may in 6 months be in the fives. So I hope
Mhm.
that brings some hope.
Yeah.
One thing I did not mention is that the refinance program is not available for HELOCs or bond loans. So that would include the Virginia housing loan. Just throwing that out there for those of
Okay.
you who are looking into that. But no, nothing
Okay.
specific.
Okay.
Hopefully rates continue coming down as it benefits all of us. I'm always available if you have any questions or if I talk too fast. I'm happy to repeat it for you.
Awesome. And Natasha's information is obviously right below us here. So please feel free to reach out, text her. You can get a hold of me, leave a comment. We'll definitely be monitoring and getting back to anybody with questions. But I'm glad you said HELOC. I want to circle back around with you at some point on that too, because I think
Okay.
that's another really cool thing to share with people, especially again as rates come down. Equity is still really high for most homeowners.
Yep.
So talking about those HELOC options is
Okay.
something I know I've been talking to clients about. So we'll have to plan on that for a future
Absolutely.
go around.
I'm happy to jump on anytime. I'll go
Yeah.
ahead and post a marketing flyer in this just with some more details about the program. If anybody
Yeah.
has questions, I'm here.
Okay. Awesome, Natasha. Well, thanks again for your time this morning. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Jess.
Okay. And we are going to sign off and see you guys next time.